Hello friends, I am Manoj Mittal. Today we are going to learn about the LUIS. What is LUIS? Language Understanding Intelligence System, and why we need to use. So till now we learned about Q&A based bot framework applications. So till then we learned how our bot respond based on FAQ questions, FAQ sections, what we defined into the Q&A maker. So that was a predefined set of questions and we are giving to the Azure bot applications. It just users is just typing the questions and getting the response in the text format or different rich card via image, videos, etc. But now the problem exists. So will the bot using Q&A maker can solve all the problem of the users? No, definitely no. So if user want the data from the real-time applications or real-time data, if I need to fetch from the system or real-time operations I need to do and give the result to the user, how I can achieve. So Luis, here we are going to discuss the Luis. Luis will help in that way. So it understand what the users is saying in their own words or natural words. So those words it understands. Based on that, we are fetching the data from the different sources. It can be LOB systems or somewhere data exists in their own organizations on SharePoint anywhere to start showing the content on the real-time basis. So for examples, we'll take a very simple example. If anybody asks how many leaves pending for the from the last year. So if I ask this question, so each people is having their own interpretations, their own way of forming the text. Then definitely each one is having their own way to saying. And on top of that, we can't take the response from Q&A maker for this type of dynamic content because each persons can have their own set of leaves. So we need to fire the query and take out from the backend or any LOB system where my actual data exists. So here we are going to learn how to fetch the data, how to define or use the LUIS terminology here. So LUIS basically use the machine learning and it use the natural language processing also to extract the meaning from the sentences what the user is giving. Okay, so we'll take very high level example. So like one example you can see on my screen. So I take like turn the right light on. So what is this? So in the Lewis we say it's a utterances. What is utterances? Utterances is basically sentences what the human being is saying in their own natural ways. Turn the right light on. Switch all the light to green. It's just a sentences. So you can see here. So this is just utterances, which is called sentences. And what is the intentions in this sentence? That is called intent. So here intent and intention light on. So what my applications will take action on this particular sentence, that is called intent. So intent, and based on the intent we'll get the score. How much scores we get? It's a 90%, 100%, 95%, whatever it's come based on the how so we are trained the system. Then third is most important activity is entity. So what type of entity in this particular sentences? It can be predefined entities what the Lewis system provide or what we have defined custom, that also we can use. So entity is just like a relevant information in the sentences. Like here we have a right, which type of entity is a light. So it can be left light or right light. So this is the entity. So let's get started and doing this activity within the Lewis itself, and it will be more clear what are those terminology, utterances, intent, and entity. Okay, I'll go to the browsers. I just type Lewis.ai home. I am the home page. I have logged in here with my credentials. Just clicked on the go to my app. Here I'm going to create new app. I just give any name, demo Louis C Sharp corner. So anything I can give, I'll just select the culture English, click on done. So it will create a blank app for me. So I just clicked on the app, so it's loaded. On the left hand side you will see it just shows the intent and entities. So I just clicked on intent. So here it's provide the default intent, which is a none. We can define our own intent, and then intent we can define the utterances, and parallelly we can define the entities. Before defining the intent, so let me open some sentences. What I phrased here, so like the people wants the how many leave pending for me or for this year. So like this is the how many leaves I have this year. So some people says list me all pending leaves. Some says how many leaves carry forward from the previous year. Show all pending leaves. So all these statements say show me all my previous year leaves. So I just put my intent. It can be anything you can put. So as for understanding point of view, I kept leave dot query. So similarly, I used one more leave dot apply sick leave for tomorrow. Apply sick leave from this particular date to this date. Submit casual leave tomorrow. Put sick leave for particular date. So these are the two intent what I created, and I took one entity. So this entity is having the type of leave in the system. So what I will do, I'll just take leave dot apply. I create the intent leave dot apply, click done. Okay, so here we are going to add some utterances. Here you can see we can add the utterances. There is a no utterances for this model, so I'll take one sentence. Apply sick leave tomorrow. I click enter. So here we have tomorrow is my entity. I'm just taking date and time. Sick leave also I was talking about, it will be my entity. So before proceeding, I will go to the entity and create some entities here. So I'll create the new entity. So that will be leave type. Yep. So I entered here. There's a couple of type of entity. What type of we want? Simple, hierarchy, composite, or list. So basically, I use the list. I need to provide the some more entity into the one particular list only. So I just clicked on done. So here we are ready with the leave type. We are going to add the value. I'll just take a couple of values, not need all. Add sick leave is one my entity type. So we have casual leave. I'll add one more. I have paternity leave. So this become the entity for me. So I have a three objects in my leaves. System give us some predefined or system defined type of leaves. We can add those also if want. Like I leave add annual leaves. I leave paid vacations. So if you see in the system, we have these two also. Okay, so I'm going to train the system. It will take a couple of seconds. Yep, it's done. I clicked again on entity. I'll add one manage pre-built entity. I searched here for it. I just selected. So we have two entities now, which one is the pre-built entity, that is a date time. Second one is a custom leave dot type. Okay, so now move to the intent part. So as I applied here one utterances, let me train the system. Okay, so I can click here and apply. Okay, it's not coming. We can delete and recreate it. It's fine, it's not a problem. Here I'll go and see apply sick leave. for tomorrow. So you can see it understand. So tomorrow is date and time type of entity, leave type sick leave. It's automatically changing with a leave type. So similarly, I'll add some more. Dates can be anything. We can add here from this to this date. It's understand the system. So what the date we are giving is the range is taking here, and type of leave is also understanding. Similarly, I'll take the casual leave. So when I add this one, similarly, let me add the one more here. Okay, so now we have done with this intent basically, and it's defined the different, it's understand the my leave type, my custom entity or the predefined entity, and just change with that. And it's giving me the score also, what the score is coming here. So we are happy with this. Let me train it, and I will create one more intent. So let it complete. Yeah, it's complete. I clicked on intent, click create new intent. I just click leave.query. So I used leave.query. Here I will add some more utterances, which is called sentences. So here I edit. Let me add quickly some more here. List me all pending leaves. How many leaves carry forward from the previous year? The next sentence. Show all pending leaves. Okay. Next we have display casual leave for this year. Show sick leave for 2018. How many casual leave I have? List all the pending casual leave. So you can see all these sentences, some is having the leave type, some is having a date time. So accordingly is understanding the systems and recognizing and giving the score. One means it's recognizing as 100% under this intent, but we use leave.query. So let me train the system. So it's going to complete. Okay, so we are almost done. We'll test those sections. So we'll take anything from how many leaves I have this year. So I just type these questions. It's give me how many leaves. It's come under leave.query. We can inspect here. So it shows the utterances what we have. Scoring contents, it's a 94% come under leave.query, and taking the entity this year. Okay, if I add who am I, so let's see what it shows. Who am I? It's showing again the leave.query. If I inspect, so this is not a correct state, correct intent what it's showing. So we can click on edit here and change it with a none, and we can train the system. So once we train the system, we'll test it again. Who am I? So let's see what it gives. It just giving the correct intent now. So this is also the one way if we are checking the questions at a run time, whether it's tagged to the current intent or not, we can change the intent and check here. We'll check a couple of more questions like that applies sick leave tomorrow. If I use apply sick leave tomorrow, so I just check here. So it's a leave apply. It's giving 86% scoring point also. So it's coming correct. So here also we can check what questions we have. It's coming under the correct intent, or it's just identifying the correct entity or not. So we'll learn in the next video how to use Q&A Maker and LUIS, both integrations. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe and hit on the like button to get update for further more videos. Thank you very much.